If you want to raise mentally strong kids, stop making these mistakes immediately. If your child can't handle failure, it's your fault. And here's how to fix it before it's too late. Welcome to another episode that will challenge how you think and transform the way you parent. If you're here, it means you want to raise mentally strong kids, and today we're diving deep into how to do that. But before we jump in, take a moment to hit that subscribe button and become part of this incredible community. Your support means the world to us, and I can't wait to go on this journey with you, the foundation of mentally strong kids. So, what does it mean to raise mentally strong kids? It starts with us, yes, parents, caregivers, role models. If we want strong, independent, and resilient children, we have to embody those traits ourselves. The first principle, clarity. You need to define what kind of parent you want to be and what kind of children you want to raise. Let me take you back to my childhood. My mom was amazing, present, fun, strict when needed. But my dad, he was absent. That absence created a void, a sense of bitterness that I carried for years. Neuroscience tells us that attachment is crucial for a child's mental well-being. So, my first commitment as a parent, to be present, to create a bond so strong that my child never feels unseen, unheard, or unsupported. But here's where most parents get it wrong. They believe love means solving every problem for their child. But guess what? That creates entitlement, not strength. That's not love. That's setting them up for failure. The power of failure. Think about this. When a child makes a mistake, should they be shielded from the consequences? No. Mistakes are life's greatest teachers. You want them to learn responsibility before the stakes get too high. That's the heart of love and logic. Let me tell you a story about Chloe. Chloe was argumentative, oppositional, and a master at pushing buttons. Homework battles were a daily war zone in her house. Until one day, her mother, after reading Parenting with Love and Logic, decided she was done fighting. She looked at Chloe and said, "I've done second grade. I won't be asking you to do your homework anymore. If you don't do it, Mrs. M will be mad at you. You won't go out for recess, and if you continue, you'll make new friends when you repeat second grade." Chloe stormed off, but guess what? 20 minutes later, she came back and did her homework without anyone asking. And that was the last time they ever fought over it. Today, Chloe is a bright, independent business graduate who knows one crucial lesson: I am responsible for my life. Another example, the ice cream dilemma. A 10-year-old who always got what he wanted. One day he threw a tantrum in an ice cream parlor when his father refused to buy him a second scoop. His father, instead of giving in, calmly said, "I love you too much to argue. You made a choice. One scoop is enough." At first, Rahul screamed and cried, but after a while, he stopped. The next time they visited the ice cream parlor, Rahul didn't ask for a second scoop. He understood boundaries. His father's consistency in setting limits taught him an important life lesson. We can't always get what we want, and that's okay. Teaching kids independence. Here's a golden rule. Never do something for your child that they can do for themselves. If they forget their homework, let them face the consequence. If they forget a jacket in winter, let them feel the cold. If they refuse to clean their room, let them deal with the mess. These small, safe mistakes today prevent catastrophic ones in the future.
The role of connection. And it's not just about rules, it's also about connection. One of the most powerful things you can do is spend 20 minutes a day doing something your child enjoys. No commands, no directions, no questions, just pure presence. You'd be amazed at how this transforms your bond with them. Example, the bedtime bonding Priya, a busy working mother, decided to set aside 20 minutes every night just for her son, Arav. No phones, no work, just uninterrupted time together. Some nights they played board games, other nights they simply talked. Within a month, Arav's tantrums reduced and his confidence soared. Why? Because he felt valued and heard. This simple habit of connection builds emotional security that lasts a lifetime. Resilience over perfection. Many parents today are unknowingly raising kids who are afraid to fail. But failure isn't the enemy, it's the gateway to resilience. Let's raise kids who don't crumble under pressure but rise above it. Example: the basketball lesson. Arjun loved basketball but was devastated after losing a big match. He refused to practice for weeks, thinking he wasn't good enough. His coach, instead of comforting him, handed him a video of famous athletes talking about their failures. One line stuck with Arjun: "I've missed more than 9-0 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. I've failed over and over again. And that is why I succeed." That day, Arjun picked up the ball again. He learned that failure wasn't the opposite of success. It was part of the journey. Actionable steps for parents: encourage problem solving instead of offering immediate solutions. Let them experience failure in a controlled, safe environment. Avoid overpraising instead of, "You re the best." Say, "I love how hard you worked on that." Model resilience. Share stories of your struggles and how you overcame them. Prioritize mental toughness over comfort. Rescue less. Empower more. Mentally strong kids don't happen by chance. They happen by choice. Your choice as a parent to guide them with love, boundaries, and accountability. So let's break free from the cycle of overprotecting, oversolving, and over-controlling. Instead, let's raise kids who are not just obedient, but independent thinkers, who don't crumble under pressure but rise above it. If this resonated with you, do me a favor.
Parents love their children more than anything in the world. They sacrifice their dreams, work tirelessly, and do everything possible to provide a better future. But what if, unknowingly, their way of parenting is actually harming their child's future? Let's watch the full video till the end to know everything, and subscribe the channel for more parenting tips. Since childhood, we teach our kids to be obedient, disciplined, and successful. We expect them to listen to us, respect elders, and follow the right path. But in this journey of shaping them, are we unintentionally taking away their confidence, independence, and happiness? Let's pause for a moment and think. When your child cries, do you tell them to stop instead of letting them express their emotions? When they dream of a career you don't understand, do you push them toward a safe option rather than supporting their passion? When they ask difficult or uncomfortable questions, do you avoid them instead of having an honest conversation? The reality is, many Indian parents make these mistakes not because they don't love their children, but because they believe they are protecting them. But in reality, these actions leave deep, invisible scars that shape their child's future in ways they never intended. Emotional suppression, a lifetime of burden. When children are constantly told, "Don't cry, be strong," they grow up believing that emotions are a sign of weakness. They suppress their feelings because they fear being judged or labeled as weak. Over time, they lose touch with their emotions. They stop sharing their fears, anxieties, and struggles. And one day, when they truly need emotional support, they won't know how to ask for it. They suffer in silence because they were never taught that expressing emotions is normal and healthy.
Career choices. Living someone else's dream. Indian parents often believe they know what's best for their children's careers. Engineering, medicine, government jobs. These are the golden paths to a successful life. But what happens when a child wants to be an artist, a writer, or a filmmaker? Instead of encouragement, they hear things like, "वो सब शौक के लिए ठीक है, लेकिन करियर नहीं है. पहले एक सिक्योर नौकरी ले लो, फिर जो करना है करना." And so, many children choose careers that make their parents proud, but not themselves. They climb the ladder of success, but deep inside they feel empty. They earn money, but there's no joy in their work. They live not for themselves, but to fulfill someone else's expectations. Avoiding tough conversations, the silence that hurts. Sex education, mental health, relationships, these topics are almost taboo in many Indian households. Parents think, बच्चों को ये सब बताने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, समय के साथ सीख लेंगे. But when children don't get guidance from home, they turn to the internet, friends, or worse, misleading sources. And sometimes they make mistakes that could have been prevented with just one open conversation. Ignoring these discussions doesn't protect them, it leaves them unprepared for the real world. Overprotection weakening their ability to fight. Parents work hard to ensure their children never have to struggle. They solve their problems, defend them in every situation, and protect them from failures. But in doing so, they rob them of the ability to stand up for themselves. Children who never face hardships don't develop resilience. They don't know how to handle rejection, failure, or setbacks. And then when they step into the real world, they feel lost. They struggle with challenges because they were never taught how to overcome them. The curse of comparison. Sharma ji ka beta. One of the biggest mistakes Indian parents make is constant comparison. No matter how well their child does, there's always someone better. देखो शर्मा जी का बेटा आईआईटी में चला गया और तुम्हारा सिर्फ प्राइवेट कॉलेज. उसकी नौकरी देखी? Children grow up believing they are never good enough. No matter how much they achieve, they always feel inadequate. This leads to low self-esteem, anxiety, and even depression. The truth, our children are not copies of us. Every child is unique. They have their own dreams, strengths, and abilities. Our job as parents is not to mold them into copies of ourselves, but to help them become the best version of themselves. Instead of controlling, we should guide. Instead of judging, we should listen. Instead of forcing, we should support. Being a good parent doesn't mean being perfect. It means being open to change, to learning, and to growing along with our children. Because one day, they will grow up, and the biggest regret we might have is realizing that in trying to make them the best version of our dreams, we stop them from becoming the best version of themselves. Indian parents, it's time to rethink before it's too late.